we are going on a road trip through the frozen north. We even have our little doggy this time. She's all tucked into her little travel bed with all her fluffies and her bone. We're going to get something to work on one of our projects this year. Hi guys, Roxanne here from Tiny Home Living. Well, as you saw from that little clip, we went on a road trip. It ended up being a little bit of a nightmare. Seems like that ends up being, everything that we do ends up being a bit of a nightmare. We didn't take the trailer, so we had to stack 15 5x4 windows in the box of the truck. We stacked them hopefully so that they wouldn't break. They were so covered in ice from laying out in the weather that they did start to slide. We were about to lose the load right before we got to the highway overpass where we were getting back to our hotel room. We were in almost whiteout conditions, very poor visibility, and we pulled into a farmer's driveway to unload all 15 windows and restack them. This took 2 hours out in horrible weather. We finally got them back on the truck. Too broken, shards of glass everywhere. And got back to the hotel and pretty much collapsed. So I didn't get any video footage or anything. It was just, I was too exhausted to even think about getting video. And of course I couldn't take, I mean, we were trying to work as quickly as we could. Thank goodness Chris brought an extra work coat that I wore. We were freezing. But we got it done, got back to the hotel. Anyway, we were about to unload them at home. We got home yesterday driving home. We had beautiful sunny weather, so at least there was that, and we kept stopping and checking the load. Not trusting ourselves anymore. So we got home, and now we have to unload them. And of course, I am sore all over my arms and shoulders and my back, and of course my right wrist. So now we have to unload them, and we're going to stack them in the sun so that hopefully all this snow and ice will melt off of them before we stack them in the barn. And of course, if you saw in previous videos, these are to build a 4-season greenhouse. Yay! I know when I'm standing in the greenhouse and using my fresh herbs every day, I'll be really happy about this. But anyway, we now have to unload them from the truck, and I am sore all over. So gotta go do that now. It is another beautiful, beautiful day. The chickens are happy and they're out in the sunshine, and so they're really enjoying the weather. And thank goodness we have this weather to unload them. So let's go get that done. Okay, yeah. Let me go put my wrist guard on. Them all unloaded without breaking any more. As you can see, we've got 15 of them. They're 4 foot wide by 5 foot high. These are double pane glass. I just went into the greenhouse because I've been saving my milk jugs And I threw one in there, and it's 11 degrees Celsius in that little greenhouse. And I mean, it's a total piece of junk, but that's just because it's on that south side. So this with, you know, real glass, building a real structure, we're hoping that we're not going to have to heat this greenhouse all winter. So as I was saying before my battery died, we're hoping we don't have to heat this greenhouse in the winter. I mean, if Chris did get a couple of those diesel heaters, if we have to use in a pinch, or open the door to let the wood stove supplement the heat. We'll have to see. Again, this is a huge experiment for us. So we're going to put these last two that are completely covered in ice on the front in front of these two, so the south sun will melt off all the ice off of them. We've got some stacked over here, one of the broken ones, and Chris will have to get 2 sealed units to put in those 2 units. But this is going to be pretty much a solid wall of glass along the south side. I saw an article about a lady in Nova Scotia who is growing exotic fruit trees and everything inside, and she had like a lot of windows on the south wall, but there was a lot of wall space too, like solid wall plywood where there was no window, and she was managing to grow fruit trees. We're just going to have basically a 6-inch stud in between all of the windows, so it'll be solid glass all the way along that south wall, and probably one in each end, 1 or 2. So we'll have a lot more glass than what she had, so hopefully the sun will do most of the work for us. Now we got to get these all tied down, and we got to tie the doors too, so that we can make sure the doors aren't swinging in the wind against the windows and break some more of them. We sure don't need that. Got that pile secured. Now we gotta get this pile secured. These chickens are so happy to be outside. You can see the tail feathers in that white rooster. The long ones, like Rusty's, starting to protrude, and then they drape. They look so pretty. And then over by the slip tank there, you can see the other rooster that's just like Rusty. Oh dear, bothering the girls. Hey? This one's got a super fluffy white bum. Oh, poor WP's looking pretty scruffy. She needs a warm bath, I think. She's got bald spots on her feather from Rusty being a ruffian. They're all looking pretty healthy.